Hi, I'm Melinda Rose.
And I'm Laura Marshall, and this is Light Matters for September 21st, 2011. In this week's funding-themed 5 Minutes to Enlightenment, the Senate saves the Webb Space Telescope for now, major changes to patent law could impact inventors' pocketbooks, and the European Union's Photonics 21 puts its money where the light does shine.
A Senate Appropriations Subcommittee has reinstated $530 million to take the James Webb Space Telescope through its launch in 2018. 2 months ago, the House cut all funding for the project, saying it is billions over budget, years behind schedule, and the project is mismanaged. The Senate is expected to vote soon on the 2012 fiscal year appropriations bill, which will then go back to the House. The House and Senate will then have to reconcile their versions of the bill before sending it on to the President. I recently spoke with Quinn-house of the James Webb Space Telescope public outreach team at SPIE's Optics and Photonics show. I asked her to explain the differences between the Webb and the Hubble telescope.
Hubble sits about 350 miles above the Earth. James Webb is going to go 1,000,000 miles out into space. We're much bigger. Hubble is about the size of a school bus. We are the size of a 737. In fact, this sunshield is the size of a tennis court, and it's 2 stories high. We will not be serviced like Hubble. The Hubble has 1 mirror, and 7 of those mirrors could fit into our 1 mirror. We have 18 segment mirrors which operate as 1 mirror. So we have 7 times better collecting light than the Hubble. Hubble has only 1 instrument that works in the infrared. This telescope is totally in infrared. And we plan to go all the way out to deep space and actually get the first images after the Big Bang.
So Colleen told me that the Webb is expected to operate for a minimum of 5 years and perhaps even 10 or more years.
Yeah, well, look at Hubble. How long's that been going on? About 20 years?
Oh, 20 years, yeah.
On September 16th, President Barack Obama signed into law the first major changes to the patent system since 1952. The law changes the patent application system from one that awards them to the first to invent to one that favors the first inventor to file. It puts the U.S. in line with the system used by the rest of the world. The White House said this will help businesses, inventors, and entrepreneurs by implementing a fast-track option for patent processing. It is also expected to shorten the 3-year wait time at the Patent and Trademark Office to 12 months, add resources to reduce the current backlog of 1.2 million applications, and tighten standards for issuing patents. Critics say the elimination of the old law's 1-year grace period puts small companies and early-stage investors at a disadvantage. That time is needed to refine ideas, they say, while they search for the funding required to patent, develop, and commercialize the item.
The European technology platform Photonics 21 announced its commitment to a proposed public-private partnership with the European Commission in research and innovation in photonics. The proposal represents a total investment of 7 billion euros, of which 5.6 billion will be provided by the private sector and 1.4 billion by the European Commission. A recently issued study by the Commission estimates that 20 to 30% of the European economy and 10% of its workforce depends on photonics as a key enabling technology. The problem is the potential of the industry is currently limited by the so-called valley of death, where photonics innovation tends to fall through in the stage between the lab and industrial deployment where jobs are created. The partnership would address these concerns by building and strengthening bridges between scientific excellence and innovative production, and could result in the creation of an additional 70,000 to 100,000 jobs in the photonics industry.
Before we go, we wanted to give you a quick update to a story we brought to you last week.
Yes, we heard back from BMW on the laser headlights they will incorporate into the i8 concept car.
We'd asked them questions about the safety of the headlights, particularly if the casing breaks. According to Monty Roberts, Product Technology and Motorsports Communications, if the casing breaks, the laser will be safely switched off. Also, the cost of repairing the headlights will be nearly the same as LED headlights. He likened the eye safety of the lights to laser video projectors or DVD players and said the cars are expected to be in production in 3 to 5 years.
We've also had a great response to our iPad 2 giveaway, but the odds are still greatly in your favor, so go ahead and enter today.
Simply share the link to this video or any episode of Light Matters with a friend or colleague by September 30th, and make sure you copy lightmatters@photonics.com on the email you send, and you'll be entered into a drawing to win an iPad 2.
We'd also like to hear from you. Please send your questions or comments to lightmatters@photonics.com. You can also follow Photonics Media on Facebook and Twitter.
Thanks for watching, because it's only 5 minutes to enlightenment.
I teach about light. I teach optics, lasers, fiber optics, and it's beautiful. I mean, that's what attracted me. Is there's so many. It's so visual, and when I bring students into my lab, we set up displays and demonstrations that just show the beauty of light. And as they come through my courses, they learn about its usefulness, and there's a lot of job opportunities, particularly for students with 2-year degrees. Lots of laser companies are hiring in our region, and it's just it's fascinating.
Einstein's theory of relativity deals with light from the sun, changing it into electricity. So I mean, as far as I can think right now, light is going to be the future. Learning how to control light, its power is infinite, its bandwidth is infinite. So light is a major contribution to the technology for the future.